Thousands of anti-racism protesters gathered in London to challenge expected far-right groups that failed to materialize following more than a week of violent racist attacks targeting Muslims and migrants. The protesters were made up of a diverse collection of Muslims, anti-racist and anti-fascist groups, trade unionists, left-wing organizations and locals appalled at the riots there that hit the country.
We want to unite. We want to send a clear message that these are our streets. We've worked hard to create unity, and we have a community. We're not going to let fascists, we're not going to let racists and the far right march here.
It's absolutely disgraceful, and I'm standing here against that, and with the community here to show that, you know, we're totally opposed to fascism then, and we're totally opposed to fascism now.
I can't believe it's happening again. I was around with Thatcher years. I can't believe you used to get up in the anti-Nazi marches, and here we are again.
Now let's take you back to what is causing the anti-immigration riots in the United Kingdom.
Violent clashes have gripped parts of the UK in recent days as protests fuelled by anti-immigrant sentiment rage across communities. But what sparked the riots and why are they spreading? On July 29th, 3 girls were murdered in a knife attack at a Taylor Swift-themed dance workshop in the normally quiet seaside town of Southport, a crime that has shocked the nation. Days later, the suspect, 17-year-old Axel Ruda-Kubana, appeared in an English court. Police quickly clarified that the incident was not terrorism-related, adding that Ruda-Kubana was born in Britain and that his parents had moved to the UK from Rwanda. Rumours around the suspect's heritage quickly gained traction online, fueling protests by anti-immigration and anti-Muslim demonstrators, which quickly descended into violence, arson and looting. Cars have been set on fire, and some unverified social media videos have shown ethnic minorities being attacked. False messaging on online platforms has also wrongly identified the suspected killer as a radical Islamist migrant. Police say high-profile figures amplifying these claims have contributed to the public response to the Southport killings. Former leader of the defunct anti-Islam English Defence League, Stephen Yaxley-Lennon, who is better known as Tommy Robinson, is one of those being blamed by media for spreading misinformation to his many followers on X. Ex-owner Elon Musk has also weighed in. Responding to a post that blamed mass migration and open borders for the disorder in Britain, he wrote, "Civil war is inevitable." The spokesperson for British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said there was no justification for Musk's comments.
We'll ramp up criminal justice. There have already been hundreds of arrests.
Starmer, who has held emergency meetings with police and prison chiefs, has said violent protesters who target Muslim communities would swiftly face the full force of the law. Police say they've arrested hundreds of people since the start of the unrest and warned of lengthy prison terms for those found guilty of violent disorder. The protests have spread quickly from Southport to several other areas of the UK, with marches held from London to Liverpool, with mosques and hotels housing migrants targeted.
That has become a moment at which to mobilise again.
Director of UK-based think tank British Future, Sundar Katwala, says the Southport knife attack has become a moment for people to mobilise against.
So that tells us something about the group reputation of those groups among the people with, you know, potentially far-right views and prejudiced views of them. But it is also that groups have been looking for an attempt to create a flashpoint, particularly around asylum accommodation, you know, for the last several months.
The British government also says it's examining the role foreign states are playing in amplifying disinformation online, while warning social media firms they had to do more to stop it. A specialist on right-wing extremism told Reuters that far-right groups are less organised than they were a decade ago, but that they are now highly visible, exploiting modern technology to capture attention.